Chapter 8: Augmented Reality and Virtual Reality. Learning Targets. What is augmented reality? What is virtual reality? How AR and VR. What is augmented reality? AR. Augmented reality, commonly known as AR, is a technology that adds digital elements to the real world. This means AR does not replace the real world. Instead, it overlays computer-made images, sounds, or other data on top of what you see. This allows users to interact with both the real world and the digital world at the same time. AR typically requires devices with cameras, sensors, and screens. These devices include smartphones, tablets, or special AR glasses. Examples of AR: Pokemon Go. One of the most popular examples of AR is the mobile game Pokemon Go. In this game, players use their smartphones to find and catch virtual creatures called Pokemon. These Pokemon appear on the phone screen, but they are placed in real-world locations. For example, a Pokemon might show up in your backyard or at a local park. The game uses the phone's camera and GPS to place the Pokemon in the real world. Snapchat filters. AR is also used in apps like Snapchat. In Snapchat, users can add virtual filters to their faces. These filters can add things like animal ears, glasses, or makeup effects. They mix the virtual world with the real world in real time. This technology makes the real world more fun and interactive. What is augmented reality? AR. Augmented reality, commonly known as AR, is a technology that adds digital elements to the real world. This means AR does not replace the real world. Instead, it overlays computer-made images, sounds, or other data on top of what you see. This allows users to interact with both the real world and the digital world at the same time. AR typically requires devices with cameras, sensors, and screens. These devices include smartphones, tablets, or special AR glasses. Examples of AR: Pokemon Go. One of the most popular examples of AR is the mobile game Pokemon Go. In this game, players use their smartphones to find and catch virtual creatures called Pokemon. These Pokemon appear on the phone screen, but they are placed in real-world locations. For example, a Pokemon might show up in your backyard or at a local park. The game uses the phone's camera and GPS to place the Pokemon in the real world. Snapchat filters. AR is also used in apps like Snapchat. In Snapchat, users can add virtual filters to their faces. These filters can add things like animal ears, glasses, or makeup effects. They mix the virtual world with the real world in real time. This technology makes the real world more fun and interactive. What is virtual reality? VR. Virtual reality, or VR, is a technology that completely immerses the user in a computer-generated environment. Unlike AR, which adds digital content to the real world, VR replaces the real world with a virtual one. This virtual world can be designed to look like anything, a different place, a different time, or even an entirely imagined world. To use VR, you need special equipment like VR headsets, motion controllers, and sometimes gloves. These tools create a fully immersive experience, making you feel as if you are inside the virtual world. VR headset. Motion controllers. VR headset. Gloves. Examples of VR video games. One example of VR is playing video games with a VR headset. Games like Beat Saber or Half-Life, Alex use a headset that covers your eyes and blocks out the real world. As you move or use controllers, you interact with the virtual world. VR tricks your brain into thinking you are really there, even though your body is still in the real world. Simulation training. VR is also used in training for things like flying planes or performing surgery. For example, flight simulators help pilots practice flying without leaving the ground. Medical students can practice surgery in VR without any real-world danger. This makes VR a safe way to learn and improve skills. In VR, you enter a world that is all digital, giving you new ways to experience and learn things. How AR and VR work? AR and VR are both immersive technologies, but they work in different ways and use different devices. How AR functions, bringing the digital world to life. AR devices, such as smartphones, tablets, or AR glasses, use cameras and sensors to detect what is around the user. The software then processes the camera's images and adds digital things, like pictures, videos, or text, on top of what the user is seeing in real time. AR can recognize real-world objects and show extra information about them on the screen. AR uses technologies like computer vision to see and understand objects, depth tracking to measure how far away things are, motion sensing to track movement. Example, in shopping, a person might use an AR app to point their phone at a piece of furniture. The app could show the item in 3D, allowing the user to rotate it and see how it would look in their home. How VR functions, transporting you to digital worlds. VR needs special equipment, like VR headsets with built-in screens and motion sensors. The headset shows a fully digital, 3D world and blocks out the real world. The VR system tracks the user's head movements and changes the virtual world in real time. Some VR systems also use motion controllers, gloves, or suits, so users can interact with the virtual world more naturally. Example, when a person puts on a VR headset, they enter a digital world. If they move their head or hands, the virtual world changes to match. For example, if the user looks to the left, they might see a new part of the virtual world appear. This makes the experience feel more real. In short, Arkansas adds to the real world, while VR takes you into a completely new digital world. Differences between AR and VR. AR and VR both offer exciting experiences, but they are quite different in many ways. Understanding these differences helps us appreciate what makes each technology special and how they can be used. Feature: Augmented reality AR, virtual reality VR, immersion. AR adds digital elements to the real world. VR completely immerses users in a virtual world. Devices used: smartphones, tablets, Arkansas glasses, smart lenses, VR headsets, motion controllers, sometimes gloves or suits. Interaction: users interact with both the real world and digital elements at the same time. Users interact only with the virtual environment. Example: Pokemon Go, Arkansas navigation, Arkansas in retail shopping, VR gaming, virtual tours, VR simulations. Example: a person using an AR app to get directions on their phone will still see the real world around them, like buildings and people. In contrast, someone wearing a VR headset to explore an underwater world will be completely immersed in the virtual ocean with no view of the real world. https://www.youtube.com/watch.v equals cc5rtx vrf9u. Applications of R and VR. AR and VR are increasingly being used in a variety of areas to make experiences better, improve efficiency, and create new opportunities for businesses and consumers. Area: applications of AR. Applications of AR. Educations. AR helps students view 3D models of organs, historical artifacts, and scientific concepts in real time. It helps them understand these topics better. https www.youtube.com/watch v=sign 4ct ozel m rs 8 and t=sign 97s. VR offers virtual field trips, such as visiting the pyramids or exploring outer space. Healthcare. AR can help doctors during surgeries by giving them real-time information. For example, Arkansas glasses can show 3D images of organs or bones over the patient's body, helping the surgeon see inside without needing large cuts. https://www.youtube.com/watch v=sign x0w0q9ksxeu. VR is used in therapy to help patients with post-traumatic stress disorder (PTSD) or phobias by putting them in virtual environments that help them face and control their fears. Entertainment and gaming. AR adds filters to photos and videos on social media like Ellen's Instagram and Snapchat and enhances theme park attractions with digital elements. https://www.youtube.com/watch v=sign 2sj2iq/ibtq. VR provides fully immersive gaming experiences such as in Beat Saber or Superhot, where players interact with virtual environments. https://www.youtube.com/watch v=sign zvz7day8 jbuk and t=sign 49s. Retail and shopping. AR is changing the way people shop by letting them try things virtually. For example, Arkansas apps can show what a piece of furniture will look like in a person's home before they buy it. https://www.youtube.com/watch v=sign udv/lvdftuq. VR creates virtual shopping experiences where customers can explore digital stores or try on clothing in virtual fitting rooms. Tech info. Eve tracking. It is a technology that follows where you look. In AR and VR, it makes things more interactive. For example, if you look at something, it might get bigger or show more detail. Some VR headsets let you control things just by looking at them instead of using a controller. Check out this video to see how eye tracking works in virtual world. Head tracking. It is technology that follows your head movements to change what you see in VR or AR. When you move your head up, down, or side to side, the headset adjusts the view to match your movement. This makes the experience feel more real, as if you are really in the virtual world. Watch this video to see how head tracking works and how it controls actions in virtual world. The future of R and VR. The future of R and VR is full of exciting possibilities, with both technologies expected to have a much bigger impact on everyday life. Area. Future of AR. Future of VR. Education. AR could bring textbooks to life with interactive content. VR could allow students to explore virtual campuses, participate in global classroom discussions, and conduct virtual science experiments. Healthcare. Surgeons may use AR glasses to guide them during complex procedures. VR could become a standard tool in medical training and patient rehabilitation. Entertainment. AR will make mobile apps, games, and social media more interactive and personalized. VR gaming could become mainstream, offering new forms of entertainment. Daily life. AR devices like smart glasses or contact lenses could provide instant information, such as directions or product details while shopping. VR could enhance daily experiences through virtual reality simulations in entertainment or workspaces. AR and VR are both shaping the future of technology in unique ways. AR will continue to enhance the way we interact with the world by adding layers of digital information to our surroundings, while VR will immerse users in entirely new virtual experiences. Both technologies are expected to play an increasingly important role in fields like education, healthcare, entertainment, and daily life, offering exciting possibilities for the future. Wrap up. AR augmented reality enhances the real world by adding digital elements like images, sounds, or text. VR virtual reality immerses the user in a completely digital world, replacing the real world. AR uses devices like smartphones, tablets, and AR glasses, relying on cameras and sensors to blend the real and digital worlds. VR requires specialized hardware like VR headsets and motion controllers to create fully immersive virtual environments. AR makes learning interactive, adds engaging features to mobile apps and social media, and helps doctors by providing real-time information. VR offers virtual field trips and immersive learning experiences, creates engaging gaming environments, and is used for medical training and therapy.